my channel. I'm Auntie Tay. If you guys don't know that, I am always here like once or twice or 3 times a week, sometimes live, sometimes not. Make sure to click the subscribe button if you want to stay involved in my life on the YouTube. So let's get going. Today I am making a reversible sequins pillow. Now, I almost nixed this from the list of ideas, but I figured you guys are better than me at a lot of things. So I wanted to set you guys up for the challenge because mine didn't turn out the best that I wanted them to, but I wasn't sure if I should try again or if I should just let you guys try and share your projects with me and your ideas of how to make this project better. I came up with this idea after seeing kind of like a spoof on this only one way, so I was like, let's do it 2 ways and make the pillow reversible in both ways. And the spray paint kind of got a little iffy, so if you guys come up with better ideas, I want you guys to comment down below when you figure this one out, if you guys even want to try this. But I wanted to share with you guys because I thought it was a really cool idea and I was kind of excited about it. I want to nail it because I think that it'd be awesome, but we'll figure it out together because that's what life is all about. And even though I love to craft, sometimes my crafts don't turn out amazing, and that's real life. So let's get going. Alright guys, so I started with these awesome pillows that are super mesmerizing, and you can find this in a lot of different places right now. I got these at Hobby Lobby, and fun story, when I first saw them at Hobby Lobby, I was in the little aisle and I was super mesmerized by them, and I actually looked up and realized that I was blocking an entire employee like wagon thing, and he was like, it's totally okay, we did that in the back. So you can play with this pillow for a long time before you decide if you're going to process this project. Not process this project, but process if you want to even do this project. So these pillows are really cool, just period, and they're super fun to play with. So having them around is super fun. But we're going to spruce them up Tay style by doing some designs on these for our transitional Christmas decor. So you're going to want to get all of the side completely down. So since we're doing the white side first, we want to make sure that every piece of sequins is nice and flat. Then we're going to cut out a color on vinyl. You can also use stencil vinyl for this. You could also use fabric or anything to create a stencil. I'm just creating something kind of simple, so I wanted to start with something with the Mr. and the Mrs. and it just being a very simple font, although it was still kind of difficult. And the difficult thing about this was actually because the spray paint kind of got underneath the sequins as we sprayed it. So I just made sure every sequins was down perfectly before I got to work on this. Then I used my transfer tape to pick up my design. And I wasn't sure if this would work either because I wasn't sure how well it would stick to the sequins, but this part actually wasn't the hardest part for the pillows. So I just peeled off the backing and made sure to weed it before I did that, and got it onto my transfer tape. So this is one way to get your transfer tape off even better, is turning it over and peeling the paper off the back. So then now when everything is perfectly down, make sure it's all perfectly straight. You want to make sure all those little pop-up ones are nice and not twisted. And then we're going to put our stencil on top of it. And then this is probably one of the harder parts, is getting the transfer tape off. So just make sure it's really good and stuck down before you peel it up. And then you just want to keep your hand on every little piece. And then I'm just using my large scraper tool to work my way up. So just work one little spot at a time and hold those little pieces down until you get to the point where you can pull the transfer tape off without peeling anything up. And you'll notice it doesn't stick the best because it's a curved setting, but I just stuck it in a box and then spray painted it. And if the sequins are going down, I spray painted from the top, and I just used some pieces of paper to protect the extra sides where it wasn't covered with the vinyl. And then I just went in and spray painted it lightly. I would actually do a darker set, and you can see how I'm kind of going upward and the sequins are down. Don't do that. Go from the top and focus going down. I would do 2 layers, but I would do 2 light layers next time. The darker you do it, the better it shows up, but I would do it in different layers. So I would probably spray it and then let it dry and then go and do a second layer, just a very light light layer. So you can see how you can see this from the other side a little bit. But once we have that done, we're going to stick our other stencil on it, making sure that we pull all of the white sequins down, and then we're going to do the same exact process with this side, but with some red spray paint. So that is all you're gonna do for this, and it's gonna turn out decent for you, but I actually don't think that this turned out too bad. It's not my most, I wanted it to turn out a little bit better, but it didn't turn out too bad. So I just used this Joy, and once it was done, I just pulled all this off after it was dry, and each design turned out pretty good. It's the only thing that didn't turn out well was that the colors were showing through from the other side a little bit. So this one actually turned out better than the other ones, but you'll notice when I pulled them over, you can kind of still see some red.